What if I told you that the very things you do to seem powerful, to be visible, to be respected, are actually making you weaker? Think about it. What if the most powerful thing you can do in any situation is nothing at all? Not to argue, not to explain yourself, but to just be still and let all the chaos and noise simply collapse around you. You've been sold a lie. You've been taught that you have to engage, that you have to be seen to have influence. And that fundamental misunderstanding is a trap that keeps the weak permanently exposed. Welcome to Unspoken Rules. We're not here to make you feel good. We're here to wake you up to the way things actually work, to the raw mechanics of power that are playing out all around you every single day. The truths you're going to hear aren't always comfortable, but they are absolutely necessary if you refuse to be a pawn in someone else's game.
All right, let's get right to it. That feeling you have, that constant distraction, the inability to just focus, that brain fog that never seems to lift, you need to understand something. That is not a personal failure. It's a symptom. You are, right now, a soldier in a war that you never even knew was happening, and the battlefield is your own mind. Your attention is the single most valuable thing you own, and believe me, it is under a relentless, systematic attack.
This war is being run by an enemy you can't even see. It's called the attention economy. You know, a Nobel Prize-winning economist named Herbert Simon saw this coming all the way back in 1971. He said, a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention. And the entire system we live in now was built on that idea. It's not designed to inform you. It's designed to consume you. It treats your focus like it's oil or gold, a resource to be mined, packaged up, and sold. And in that economy, you're not the customer. You're the product being sold. And the weapons in this war? Oh, they're the algorithms that run your digital life. Don't ever make the mistake of thinking they're just neutral tools. They're not. They are engineered traps. And they have one goal: to own your time. They do it by hijacking your brain's most primitive reward systems, feeding you this constant drip of outrage, anxiety, and just pure sensationalism. And why? It's simple, really. Because fear and anger get more clicks than reason and calm. These systems are designed to create addiction, to spread lies, and to watch your every move so they can get better and better at controlling you. Let that sink in. You need to understand the real price you're paying here. You think these services are free? You think you're just paying with a few seconds of your attention? That is a dangerously naive way to see it. No. You're paying with the slow, steady erosion of your own mind, your ability to think deeply, your ability to connect with people, your ability to just be in control of your own thoughts. You are being systematically rewired to be a distraction addict.
But listen, this isn't a story about being a victim. This is a call to arms. The first art of real power isn't about attacking the world. It's about defending your mind. Before you can even think about influencing anyone else, you have to become immune to their influence. You have to forge a shield. You have to build a fortress inside your own head that is so strong that none of the chaos from the outside world can ever get in.
So what does it take? What's the barrier between a mind that gets hijacked every 5 seconds and a mind that's a fortress? Is it hours and hours of meditation? No. It's 12 minutes. That's it. 12 minutes a day. And that's not me saying that. That's according to a leading neuroscientist, Dr. Amishi Jha. She's an expert on this stuff. And she says 12 minutes is the minimum effective dose you need to protect your brain from all this chaos. And this isn't some complicated, mystical practice. It's simple. It's a cognitive workout. Think of it like a push-up for your mind. Here's how it works. 1, you focus your attention on one thing, just one, like the feeling of your breath. 2, you just notice when your mind wanders off. And trust me, it will. But here's the key. That moment isn't a failure. That's the opportunity. That's the rep. 3, you gently but firmly bring your focus back. And 4, you just repeat. Every single time you catch your mind wandering and bring it back, you've done one more rep. You're literally building mental muscle. And the results? They're not just some vague feeling. The science on this is crystal clear. They've done the studies. In high-stress situations, the people who don't do this kind of training, their attention just falls apart. Their stress goes through the roof. But the people who do this for just 12 minutes a day, their attention stays stable. They can handle the stress. Their mind stays clear. You see, you're not just resisting the attack. You're making your mind stronger. This is the foundation. This is your shield. Okay, so once that fortress is secure, then you learn to go on the attack. This is where we shift from neuroscience to the cold, hard strategy of power. Because power in the real world isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about becoming the center of gravity.
It's about mastering the ruthless art of controlling where other people put their attention. This is how you wield the sword. Just look at this contrast. It tells you everything you need to know about human dynamics. The weak person, they're an open book. They react to every little thing. They feel the need to explain their every move, and they're desperate for validation. And you know what that makes them? Predictable. And if you're predictable, you are controllable. But the powerful person, they play a completely different game. They watch, they stay silent, they create mystery. Their power doesn't come from what they say. It comes from what they choose not to say. You have to understand that power isn't a personality trait. It's a science. It has rules. Take Law 6, court attention. That doesn't mean be loud. It means you become the main character in the story. Or Law 4, always say less than necessary. When you do that, it makes the few things you do say seem incredibly important. Law 30, make your accomplishments seem effortless, is about hiding all the hard work so you look like a natural genius. Every single one of these laws is just a different tool for controlling attention. And that brings us to the ultimate weapon. The single most devastating thing you can do to an enemy, to a critic, to anyone trying to drain your energy. It's not to fight back. It's not to win the argument. It's to make them completely and utterly irrelevant. To treat them as if they simply don't exist. And make no mistake, this is not a passive thing to do. This is a targeted psychological strike. And the science here is brutal. Neuroscience has shown that social rejection, being ignored, being dismissed, it activates the exact same parts of the brain as physical pain. The person you ignore will literally feel it. Their mind will go into a panic, replaying everything, trying to figure out what they did wrong. You can drive someone crazy by doing absolutely nothing. So now we bring it all together. This is the final transformation. Forging the shield gives you power over yourself. Wielding the sword gives you power over others. But real, true sovereignty, that's when you combine the two. It's when your unbreakable inner world becomes the engine for your strategic power in the outer world. This is how you become untouchable. The formula is actually pretty simple. You have your inner fortress, which you built through discipline. That means nothing can shake you. And then you have your strategic silence, which lets you control the game without even looking like you're playing. When you put those two together, that's sovereignty. That's when you become the ruler of your own reality. So what does this person look like? Well, for one, they don't compete for attention because they know their own centeredness will draw it to them naturally. They don't waste time arguing with idiots. They know that withdrawing their attention is the ultimate checkmate. They're not chasing likes or approval because they approve of themselves. And listen, this isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about being ruthlessly selective with your most valuable resource, your attention. So you have to understand this. The game of power and attention, it is always being played, all the time, whether you choose to play or not. Most people out there are just pawns. They're being moved around by forces they can't see, reacting emotionally to everything. But a very small few, they're the chess masters. They see the whole board, they understand the rules, and they control the game, often by not making a move at all. The only question you have to ask yourself is, which one are you? The choice is yours. Right now, you can click away from this, go back to scrolling, and let them continue to farm your attention and control your mind. Or you can make a different choice. So the real question isn't whether you'll subscribe. The real question is, are you ready to commit? Are you ready to see reality as it actually is? This path is not for everyone, but for the few who are ready, the journey starts right now. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the conversation below. Make the commitment.